Hi, it's me, Bob. And I'd like to tell you a little about my people.
Gotcha. Is that a funny gag or what? Hi, boys and girls. It's me, Bob. Bob, you know, from WEBN's Dawn Patrol. Welcome to my tape. Welcome to my world. A world of on-air vasectomies, prank phone calls, stupid little comments. Why a Bob tape? Well, I was just calling people at random and playing my bits to them over the phone, but I found some of them were quite rude. Okay, now get comfortable, because we're about to begin. There may be some side effects like dizziness or nausea, and we may have a pop quiz at any time. Ready? Let the tape begin.
Live from Bob's vasectomy.
You mentioned that Bob was down the hall in the bathroom saying goodbye to little Bob.
Yeah, he was down there talking to little Bob in the bathroom.
What did he say? What did they talk about?
Any parting shots with you and little Bob there?
Private Benjamin. Because Private
That's between you and your wife, Bob. We don't really want to know intimate details.
I don't think the private will be at attention too much. Not at ease either. He's very scared. Come out. I said, come out. And he goes,
It's kind of like a teenage ninja mutant turtle, Robin. It's
Okay, so how long is this shaving going to...
The shaving's going to be, Doc, what'd you say, about this whole thing be about 10 minutes or so?
Yeah. Now, how long will it take for this to grow back? Because I have a scheduled flashing downtown. I want to be at my best.
Hey, Bob, make like this. So, yeah, we're just about there. It's kind of Kojak Central down there, Rob.
Okay.
We'll be back here for the actual procedure, in just a couple of minutes, but the shaving and the cleaning is going to take a minute or two here.
Back to Operation Central. Bob has been shaved, and he's preparing to undergo the surgery. Is that right, Ed?
How you feeling there, guy?
I feel good for this. I've trained for it. I haven't taken it lightly, this plight, and I feel in the best shape I've ever been in.
I think he's ready to go, Robin. I think he is properly prepared for this match. The doctors are ready. They've got... have you guys already given him the anesthetic, fellas?
No.
They have not. Okay.
They have not. I haven't felt that yet. I think I'll know when that happens.
Well, I think you're about to find out, my friend.
Take a deep breath, Bob.
I got a thing that looks like a caulking gun.
Right now.
The guy called up and said, "Oh, this hurts me just listening to this."
Hey, you ought to be here, pal.
I'm so glad you won the coin toss instead of me.
Okay, they're giving him another shot here.
Another shot? How many does he need?
I don't know. How many shots?
This one is a shot of Jack Daniels.
Oh, that's right. He's got a shot and a beer here, and he's looking a lot better for that.
Actually, I didn't feel the deeper burning. Maybe the first one numbed it enough.
I'm standing here next to the operating table, and the engineers are out here eating hash browns. I got some ketchup with that.
This brings a whole new dimension to the expression numbnuts.
You've been called that many times before, and now you really...
I didn't fully appreciate the value.
And now it's really
of it.
true. And here, these guys checking out the scene here. They're picking up the instruments very carefully. These guys, they know what they're doing, Robin.
Thank you. Right off the bat, I'm going to take a stand that'll probably offend many of you, but hey, that's what I'm here for. I'll pull no punches and say I'm outraged by subliminal advertising. Little King. I find subliminal advertising to be morally wrong and completely unfair. Little King. It's bad enough we're subjected to some of the blatant brainwashing that bombards our senses. Because I, for one, am very prone to suggestion. Little King. I remember one time I was packed in an elevator with some Girl Scouts when they started playing Love the One You're With a sound system. I had a rough time explaining my way out of that one. Little King Cream. Anyway, I am very prone to suggestion, and it's bad enough I find myself buying products I'll probably never use, like wheelchairs, condoms after I've had a vasectomy, and I very seldom have a willing sex partner anyway. Little King Cream. Let's get away from my point, which is, subliminal advertising. It's defined as existing or functioning outside the area of conscious awareness. Little King Cream. I have a rough time resisting the sale of Girl Scout cookies. Especially since that incident in the elevator. Little King. That's my opinion, and if you don't agree, I'll change it. Little King, thank you, and God be with you. Get away from that thermostat.
This is the administrator. Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to get my mother into your nursing home.
And who's calling, please?
My name is Bob.
Bob?
Beanswith, Beenswithy. Beanswith.
Beenswi?
The.
T-H-E?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me, what is the problem with your mom?
Well, since Dad has passed on, she's been living with us, and it's just not working out at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, now, how did she plan on, what are her finances?
Now, do you have any part-time work there that Mom could maybe kind of help work off the tab there?
Oh, no.
I'm looking for the cheapest accommodations possible.
Well, now, this is a skilled nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one bed available, but it is for a female.
That's perfect.
Is that your mom that I hear in the background?
Yeah. Mom, I'm on the phone. Excuse me.
Does she have a physician?
We haven't had any medical checkups or anything because it's just too expensive.
Now, I really need to, Bob, my name is Joan, if it's okay for me to call you Bob.
Certainly. Do you mind if I call you Joan then?
That's fine,
Okay,
right.
thank you.
The rate for the bed is $75 a day. Now,
$75 a day?
A day.
We have like a cot. Like a cot or anything like that? Like something inflatable?
For what purpose?
For a bed?
No, we can't do that. Our beds have to be regulation beds.
Well, see, Mom's not very particular. Okay. Was it?
Bob, you need to come and see me. I can tell that you have a problem.
Yeah, she just is a little demanding. Like when we eat, she wants to eat. She drinks a lot of liquids and she ties up the bathroom.
Because she needs a doctor. I can tell she needs a doctor. She needs to get on some medication.
Oh no, I think she's in fine health. She has a walker and she gets away with it. Like it scuffs up our floors, so we don't encourage her to use it too much. We have linoleum.
But just the fact that she is as vocal and as noisy as I'm hearing.
Mom, I'm on the phone.
First of all, I don't think that you understand what a nursing home is, so you need to come and see what a nursing home is.
Well, I was just looking for like some place away from here. Mom, I'm on the phone! I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now, could we get her in there like pretty fast?
As far as that goes, if everything works out, we could take her this evening. But I need to talk to you.
You can take her this evening?
I need to talk to you in person, though.
Okay, well, I'll bring her out with me when we come. And
is there no one there that could care for her until you and I could sit down and talk?
You mean you think that she might disrupt our conversation?
Well, it's probably better that you and I talk privately without your mom.
She's listening in on our extension. We have one of those phones right now. Mom, could you hang up the phone? Mom, hang up the phone. I'll be there in a minute. Thank you. Mom, I'm on the phone! Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
God be with you.
Oh, he's back. President Bush. This is like his third visit in a year. I already wanted to enter WEBN's Breeders' Cup, but Babs nixed it. Anyway, I thought I'd give the president a few tips on how to get the most out of his visit here. Now, the more I think about it, he's back here so much, I can't help but wonder if he's got something going on the side. I mean, let's face it, if you can't get any strange when you're president, something's wrong. That's a direct quote from Jack Kennedy. But I'm strained. Well, something is going on, believe me, I know. The last time he was in town, I just gotten home after a long day of making fun of people, and I was beat. When the phone rang, it was George. He wanted to party. I wasn't up for it, but pulled rank on me, said he was my commander-in-chief, ordered me to go. Well, I had no sooner hung up the phone when the limo pulled up. And I hate when they lay on the horn like that. I opened the door, and out fell a bunch of empties. Little Kings, of course, it's only drinks. In the back with George, I don't want to mention any names, was a certain world champion baseball team owner. They were both acting pretty silly. George was wearing her brassiere on his head like a bathing cap, and she was giggling uncontrollable. I said, "What have you two been up to? You haven't been getting..."
Nasty.
I couldn't help but laugh. Well, we went off into the night. He started playing with the power windows, hanging his head out, just like Millie. To make a long story short, we ended up in front of Judge Nadine. He had started a ruckus when he cut in line at Laboom. Anyway, here's one tip, George. When you hang in the over-the-Rhine area with Louis Billups, don't bother packing a rod. Glad to be of service. That's my opinion, and if you don't agree, I'll change it.
And I think I placed her in your nursing home. It's been some time ago, but her name was Rita. And her last name was Producer.
O.
D.
C.
D. U. C-E-R, and it's pronounced Produce.
Produce.
It's Italian.
Is she still living?
The last time I talked to her was several years ago, and she was. And I think if something would have happened, you would have informed me.
I'm almost sure we would have.
I wonder if she's using another name.
I don't know.
Assuming she had a bad credit rating. I placed her through the Yellow Pages. It was a very nice ad, picture of an elderly couple. It was nice, large lettering. It was called Decent Acres.
Lots and lots of nursing homes here.
Well, can I describe her to you?
Did you say that you're her son?
I'm her son.
Well, why wouldn't you remember where you put her?
Well, because it's been a while ago, and we've had a lot going on here in our own household, and we just made a whole lot of calls at one time. And the first one that we came to an agreement with on price, we placed her there. And I haven't really talked to her. It's been quite a while. She's like very short, and she has gray hair, and it's a tightly curled perm. Bad posture. And very dry skin.
Spell that name again. P-R-O...
D-U-C...
C-E-R?
E-R. And the accent is on the U. It's Produce.
Produce. No, we don't have anyone here by that name. There is no one.
You're absolutely certain? I mean, is there like...
I'm absolutely certain.
Have you taken a count recently? Like
every single day.
Because sometimes I like to, wander around or anything.
Oh, no, sir. They have the wander guards on. They can't get out.
Do you have like an invisible fence kind of thing where if they get to a certain place, they get like a mild correction?
Well...
if you tell me one, something like the cheaper...
Well, there's another one. Another study out on the practice of spanking. Survey says adults who are spanked as children, even occasionally, are more likely to physically abuse their spouses or children. But there's some cases where the kid attacked his parent immediately after being spanked, vice versa. The long-term effects are likely to increase the probability of delinquency, drug use, facial tics, sniper activity, puppet abuse, thoughtless littering. Spanking has also been linked to violation of a hospital quiet zone. I myself was spanked by my parents, our neighbors, a passerby, and once when Dad took sick, he called in someone from Manpower. And I realized it was all for my own good. Sure, they were strict with me. I remember once, got some demerits in school. Mom just gave me that look, and I knew what that meant. Man, oh man. I had to stand there waiting anxiously. Then she backed the Chrysler over me. Once for each demerit. But I feel I've made a better man of me. I sense a few skeptics still, so I've arranged for our own little spanking study with myself and Robin Wood. Okay, I'm dropping trowel now. I'm positioning myself over Robin's knees. Okay, let the spanking begin. Ooh. Yes! 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 So you see, no deviant effects here. I'm as normal as the next guy. Of course, I'm standing next to Eddie Fingers. Well, that's my opinion, and if you don't agree, I'll spank you.
A classic thriller. You thought Hannibal the Cannibal was bad. Wait till you see Bob, the producer.
So, how was that, baby?
It's terrifying.
Oh, you flatter me.
Not for the squeamish.
I bet you say that to all the studs.
Leave your wool at home. Silence of the sheep.
Shh, you wake the kids. My wife's a very light sleeper.
Hideous and disgusting.
Don't worry, I got a condom. Sheepskin. Oh, sorry. Honey, don't go.
Romantic and touching.
I hope she doesn't play up.
Silence of the sheep. Bob the producer depends on it.
Hi there. You graze here often? What's your sign? Oh, Aries. I knew it.
Silence of the sheep. New from Brute Force Pictures. You ain't seen nothing till you see Bob dying on mutton.
More wine, my dear? Thank you. Well, spring is in the air, and you know what that means. Hard to believe, but it's that time already. Pete Rose is out of the halfway house, and as always, he chooses to let me exclusively handle his media PR. Special guest today, Pete Rose.
The males matured physically late in my family.
Is that right? Well, same here. Listen, Pete, you got out just in time to place your bet for opening day. But seriously, Pete, are you picking the Reds on this?
I know there's probably a lot of people out there that would give $50,000 for that.
Well, on to our reason for Pete's being here today. As you may or may not have heard, tonight on 2020s, they'll be showing a live exorcism. So, not to be outdone, I, Bob the producer, will be exorcising Pete Rose's gambling demon live on the radio this morning. So what's the deal, Pete? You have this demon, right, within you, and you never know when it's going to surface. It could be at the track. It could be at
something that you never know how you're going to react.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know how I'm going to feel because, one, I don't know where it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Two, I don't know who it's going to be, what the circumstances are. Mm-hmm. And four, and probably most importantly, what the people are, how they're going to react.
You skipped three. Really not really a good numbers man, are you, Pete? Listen, I know you're a switch hitter, ambidextrous and all, but your head is spinning like a roulette wheel. Are you okay, Pete? Are you okay?
Nope.
I can just see your mother has lousy personal hygiene.
My
Come
mama.
on, baby. Do it, come to Papa. Snake eyes. Snake eyes.
my God.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Go on, you demon. Get out of here. Go on, Scott. Shoo. There you go. You're okay now, Pete. Don't mention it. Well, that's my exorcism. And if you don't like it, you can go to hell.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm just going down the phone book calling to see, what are you giving out candy-wise for Halloween?
Let's see. I think we're
Yes.
giving little bags of potato chips.
I'm calling to see what's going before we actually go out and make the rounds, and I'm shopping around, and whoever's giving the best stuff, that we're going to drive to those neighborhoods.
Oh, I see.
And do you have, like, age restrictions in what you give out? I mean, do you just, like I said, I go trick-or-treating because I've always loved it, and it's, I think you're only as young as you feel. I'm 40 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know we're giving, we can get big box of potato chips, and then,
Well, will you give out more than one bag?
oh, yeah, we'll have potato chips as that's the main one. But
What kind of potato chips? I like Hussman's. Hussman's?
That's right.
Well, that's wonderful. And do you have any like Snickers? Like, like those real big sizes?
No, we don't have any Snickers yet.
If you consider switching to Snickers, then we'll include you on our route.
Who is this? I mean, what is this?
I'm just checking the rounds out because from year to year I used to play our neighborhood, and I would do that, and I would get a lot of dumb stuff. Sometimes an occasional potato or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just said that this year I'm going to do it smart. I'm going to play it smart. I'm going to call around. Who's ever given the best stuff, we're going to drive to that neighborhood.
That's where you're going, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
So would you consider switching to, if not Snickers, I really like those Reese cups.
Well, I don't know. I don't know yet.
All right, well, I'll leave you my number, and then if you decide to change the Snickers, you could call me back, and I'd appreciate
Who
that.
is he? I mean, who are you?
My name is Bob.
Oh, okay.
God be with you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what does Bob think about this whole Ruski, Gorby, comic coop thing? Well, I think if you're going to overthrow someone, at least give them some notice. I mean, so they can straighten up the place. No common decency. What the? Do you mind? Didn't you say the light's on? Don't you know you don't just walk into a studio when the mic's on? I mean, that's just broadcast etiquette. Ow!
Oh, no. Bump your head.
Ow!
Get him a dick.
Give me some skin here. You tore my shirt.
This is Boris Little Gummy. Baba got the headache. Yeah, that's it. So Bob is unable to carry out his comments. And we didn't like where his comments were heading. No, not hardline enough. Too frivolous, too wimpy, and too stupid. From now on, Little Comment's going to be very hardline. But the big difference, from now on, Little Comment's going to be funny.
Hey, you guys, let me have him back. Come on.
Well,
I got blue jeans.
Bugle Boy? Levi?
I got toilet paper.
Chocolate bars? Okie dokie.
Thank you. That's my opinion, and
And it's yours too.
And Bob is out at the Paradise Garden nudist camp.
They said they wouldn't laugh, Bob. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're clapping. Oh, got a cheering section. That's probably more than you get when you take your clothes off.
That shows that Eddie's just been lying all along. It's kind of a who's who here. I'm surprised. There's Irma Lazarus, there's a Marge Schott, Carl Lindner, Al Shuttlecotty, and Bobby Stern.
Ew. So you got a little audience going there, and you are now totally naked, Bob the producer.
I have my socks on and my headphones.
Oh, your socks on. Bob, take your socks off.
I don't want to
Nothing more less attractive than a naked guy with socks on.
Okay, I'll give him the socks, the final thing. And I'm leaving on my glasses and my headphones.
You can keep your glasses on.
I definitely want to keep those on. Okay, so
you're totally naked, huh?
Yes.
All right, well,
I'm completely naked.
You
and
can come home
my
now.
imagination is running wild, Bob.
And there's a lady coming towards me now who also she has a gym bag. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm sorry, that's just a reflex response. How are you? Now, this is my first time, so pardon if I gawk. I'm not sure where to look. But are you a new nudist, or have you been a nudist for a while?
I've been a nudist for about 5 years.
Really? We have a nice even tan.
I don't think you're supposed to look below the face, Bob.
Just make eye contact.
WBN, it's a minute before 9 o'clock, and sunny, 75 outside. Bobby?
Hi.
You ready to leave yet, or are we going to have to, drag you back here?
I'm never leaving, ever. Some of the other people are filing out now. Randy Little just left. And it's kind of a who's who of TNA.
Was he shamed into leaving Randy Little?
Yeah, he got left. He couldn't even get out of his car. He pulled up naked. And he was booed into retreat.
Well, why don't you, whenever you get your act together, why don't you,
And we want you to drive back here naked just for the experience. You only live once, Bob.
I'm going to go for it. What the hell? What can happen?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing can happen. I think you should drive here naked, and I want you to come up on that elevator naked, and I want you to step proudly into that lobby, and I want you to say, I am Bob the producer, and I am naked and proud.
And then you have us waiting at the air studio?
And you parade right into this air studio. You sit right down on Robin Wood's lap, and you say, love me. Love me, I'm a naked man.
How do you think Robin would respond to that?
I think she would be proud of you.
Todzilla scream. I'd look at you right in the eyes and say, Bob.
Get off my lap. Get your naked ass off my lap right this instant. And then she'd bare bottom spank you, Bob.
Oh, okay, I'm up for it. Thank you. I got a special Christmas poem for you. Excuse me. I was up late watching It's a Wonderful Life classic. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Woe is me. Life's a bummer.
Hey, kid. What are you doing up here on the bridge, huh?
I'm going to end it. Nobody loves me. I'm in debt up to my...
Hey, quit whining, Bob. Let me show you what it would have been like if you weren't here.
Oh. Hey, who's the babe?
That's your wife, JoJo.
No. I would have never recognized her. She's never looked better.
Yeah, well, she's married to Ricky Dixon.
Ricky Dixon?
Yeah, she can't stop smiling, Bob.
Hey, there's my kids, Melissa and Michael. Hey, they shouldn't be here if I was never born.
Yeah, about that, Bob. They never were your kids.
No, but JoJo's... Oh, hey, what about Eddie and Robin?
Oh, yeah. Let me show you, kid. Yeah, well, check it out.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Yeah, they're huge, Bob. Bigger than the Stones. Yeah, and then there's the Bengals. Yeah, they won 5 Super Bowls in a row. Yeah, and the Reds. They make the Big Red Machine look like a little toy Matchbox fire truck, Bob. Yep.
You know, it looks like everybody would have been much better off if I wasn't here.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, Bob, you're absolutely right.
No!
Hope you can swim there, Bobby. Merry Christmas.
Hi there, little bikers!
Hi, Biker Bob. Hi, Biker Bob. Where's your helmet, Biker Bob?
Helmet? Biker Bob doesn't need a helmet. Can you little bikers tell that Biker Bob doesn't use protective headgear?
We sure can, Biker Bob.
Well, now gather around, and Biker Bob, he's going to tell you a story.
Tell it, Biker Bob. Testify, Biker Bob.
Well, I will if you little buggers would shut up. Once upon a time, there was this biker. Let's call him Bob. His brothers who rode with him were mean to Bob. They pinched him and teased him. They'd leave him. They'd make him polish their bikes and their helmets. Then they'd take off and go to the ball. Whole gang would leave Bob and go to the gang ball. Well, Biker Bob couldn't go because he had nothing to wear, and he had trouble kick-starting his bike.
Oh, Biker Bob.
Then his biker fairy showed himself to Biker Bob and said, "Here, silly, wear one of these and everything will be okay." So Biker Bob hops on his big old hog, gets to the gang ball just in time to see his old lady leaving with a whole gang.
Then what, Biker Bob?
Well, he pulled out a big old 45 and blew him all the way.
Boo! You disgust me, Biker Bob. Get out of here, Biker Bob.
Thank you. Next time, little bikers, come in, face front, keep your mouth closed. Bye now. I see you. This is Biker Bob saying bye-bye.
Born to be wild.
Please turn me over. No, silly, I'm talking about that tape. Hi, it's me again, Bob. No, Bob from WEBN's Dawn Patrol, silly. Welcome to side 2 of my tape. I'll never forget the time that I surprised Robin with a This Is Your Life on her birthday. I'll never forget it. The look on their funny little faces.
You sitting in class at the great desk. In fact, you would still be sitting there if the teacher weren't so kind to you. And if you haven't guessed who this is by this time, why, just let me say, c'est un si grand plaisir pour moi de venir te souhaiter un bon et un bel anniversaire. Have a great birthday, Robbie.
Yes, Robin, it's Dick Sterling, your first French instructor.
Oh, I never knew him as Dick Sterling.
Yeah,
I bet.
In case you're a little rusty, loosely translated, he said, "I can still see you sitting there in your short little skirt, riding up on those creamy white thighs, crossing and uncrossing them. It used to drive me absolutely wild with desire. You were such a tease, and you're still such a tease. Have a great birthday, Rob." Then, suddenly, a cloud.
Hi, Robbie. Remember me? It's Jill. Jill Lutz. Do you remember when you were in college and you were looking for some kicks and got busted walking out of a grocery store for stealing a salami that you stuck down your pants? When the judge read from the docket in the courtroom, Roberta Morgan Wood stealing a salami, it got a big laugh.
Yes, Robin. It wasn't the first time you played hide the salami, but it was the most exciting.
Won't be the last.
But now, you wanted to wipe the slate clean. So you left Wisconsin, came back to Cincy, and tried to start over, but it wasn't easy.
Hey, Robin, this is Phil, your friendly stock clerk from Kroger's, and if it seems like I'm giving you extra service, it's just because I've been instructed to keep an eye on you, particularly if I smell salami.
Make one little mistake. Robin Wood's life continues next.
Well,
What happened to our brute force mystery?
oh, we got many more of these, baby.
Thank you. What's all the fuss about this Kitty Kelly biography of Nancy Reagan? I have the book in front of me, even as I speak. See, hardcover. I'm going to scan this thing at random, kind of a Mayor LaGuardia reading the funnies kind of thing. Let's see. Kitty says here, the party had just gotten underway
when in walked Nancy, Frank, Sinatra, of course, Greg Allman, and Danny Bonaducci. Nance was giggling hysterically, obviously stoned to the bone, as usual. So was Frank. He was wearing her panties over his head. By now, everyone was passing around a doobie. Then suddenly, they were passing around Nancy. She was excited, screaming, "Pull the train, all aboard!" As always, she was the life
of the party. Okay, no big deal there. Skip ahead. Special date chapter looks good. Ronnie knew her casually,
but this was their first date. When she answered the door with, "Come on in," he took it as a go-ahead. He was on her like stink on feet, groaning, sweating, pawing. He had worked himself into a fevered arousal, crying out, "All right, everyone in the boxcars!" She was panicky, terrified, but he got drowsy and nodded off.
Nothing revolutionary here. Let's see, this is Nancy Dearest. This looks good. Nancy loved to toy with the kids.
She enjoyed playing head games. Little Patty was fond of Old Maid, but Nancy insisted on blackjack.
Hit me again, Mommy.
Well, I don't see what's a big deal. That's Nancy Reagan's life, and if you don't like it, she'll change it. Just like her birth certificate.
At 7:39 now, and let's continue this wonderful tribute.
Robin Wood, this is your life. Robin was a branded broad now, and she wanted a fresh start. Wanted to put the salami behind her now, but she wasn't sure what she wanted to do. She tried her hand at being a wine tester, had trouble staying conscious. Then she was a door-to-door puppeteer, a rodeo clown, and a sparring partner for Ken Norton. But something was missing. Then it hit her like a slogan. I have a friend in the radio business.
Hi, Rob. It's your brother, Frank Wood, or as you call me, Bo. Happy birthday. I kind of thought that on a day like this, your audience might like to know how you got into this business. I was running WEBN back in the 70s, and you got out of college, the University of Wisconsin, where you took 5 years not to graduate, and kicked around Cincinnati, and you came to me looking for a job. And I didn't want to hire you because we already had enough family in this business, but decided, okay, let's give her a chance. And we had a job at the radio station we still do called Traffic, and it's scheduling commercials and all of the events. And that's how you got into radio. And pretty soon people started using you in production because you had sort of a nice voice. And
thanks, Bob.
Finally it was decided that you were going to be the new morning person on WEBN. And we all remember that you wanted to call yourself Magnolia Thunderpussy. And as your big brother, I had to take you aside and say, no, Rob, this is FM radio, and we don't have to use that kind of hyperbole.
Thank God your brother's good judgment prevailed. Then after she'd paid her dues, she went on the air, and suddenly she was somebody. She met and befriended some big names. Rubbed noses and other appendages. The likes of Michael Franks.
Oh, yeah.
Today's your birthday.
Dennis Easy Rider Hopper. David Crosby. Kenny Loggins. Joe Frazier. And Jimmy Hoffa. Still, there was something missing. We'll find out what as Robin Wood's life continued.
Wow, huh? I didn't know about Joe Frazier, man.
I didn't either. Neither did I. I must have been unconscious.
That was after that wine. It was during that wine tasting thing, huh? But this one's for you in regard to the salami thing, man. 113 states. Robin Wood, baby.
This is the hardest of all. It was late yesterday when I got the call. The good Dr. Seuss has run out of juice. His time had come, the final bow. The Grim Reaper called. Dr. Seuss, will you please go now? He didn't go by foot. He didn't go by cow. The Reaper was insistent. Dr. Seuss, will you please come now? He didn't go by boat or go out in a goat. He didn't drown in a moat or suffocate in a fur coat. He didn't get hit by a train or fall from a plane. He did not OD on crack cocaine. He did not get hit by a falling house or bitten by a rabid mouse. Grim Reaper said go, and go he meant. His time had come, so Seuss just went. I tell you, all of us knew Dr. Seuss, and like Mother Goose, he was a joy and a wonder, but now he's 6 feet under. Dr. Seuss and I went way back. We were the best of friends, but to be quite frank, to those who knew him best, it was kind of a pain in the ass. Redundant as hell and smoked too much grass. One thing that drove us right up the wall, and I mean one and all, he spoke in rhyme whenever we'd call. I'd phone him and say, Seuss man, what's up? And he'd respond, nothing, Buttercup. A few minutes of this, and I was quite pissed. No need for alarm. Dr. Seuss has bought the farm. But I gotta tell you, this Marilyn thing has really been sticking in my craw. Of course, I'm talking about the seance to contact Marilyn Monroe that was canceled at the last minute. Now, at last year's Monroe seance, according to an attendee, Marilyn was angry at being murdered by the Kennedys. In fact, that's one of her pet peeves, being murdered. Well, if you ask me, this cancellation sounds like one more cover-up. So I'm conducting my own seance. Calling Marilyn. Marilyn, come in, please. If you're within the sound of my voice, show yourself. Marilyn!
Hi.
Is that you, Marilyn?
It's me, don't you remember?
The tomato from upstairs.
Oh, this is great. Upstairs, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me, Marilyn, is heaven all that it's cracked up to be?
Gee, no. It's just terrible up there.
I've always heard such good things about it, though. You know,
I hated it. You have to be in by 1 o'clock or they lock the doors.
Strict curfew. Well, pardon my blunt approach, but I'm pressed for time. We've heard a lot about your affairs with both the Kennedys. Why
That's the wonderful part about being with a married man. No matter what happens, he can't possibly ask you to marry him because he's married already, right?
Right. Now about the charge that the Kennedys murdered you.
Criminal negligence or manslaughter or something.
Yeah, criminal negligence. I don't know.
Honestly, I almost died.
Almost. Marilyn, I hate to break this to you. One more question. Do they have beer in the afterlife?
Oh, sure. I drink like a fish.
Really? Do they have little kings in heaven?
Just sitting in the icebox with the potato chips in my underwear.
Well, maybe we could knock back a couple ourselves sometime. Maybe.
I thought I'd just sit up there and drink it all by myself.
Yeah, well, I hear you. Well, we're out of time.
Please don't make me go back up to that...
Well, that's my seance, and if you don't like it, you can go to hell. Oh, sorry.
Don't ever be sorry.
Should we hear more?
I don't think we have time here. I think we better, make some time for the joke. I don't think we really have time to get
Robin
into
Wood, this is still your life. Well, even though Robin's career was flourishing, and she had everything a young woman could hope for, there was still that nagging feeling that something was missing. She ran down her checklist. Salami, check. Bra, missing, but that wasn't it. Then came the answer. A man came into her life.
Toots, remember me?
Yeah.
Remember our moonlight strolls hand in hand along the beach? Dancing till dawn, both of us lost in each other's eyes. Remember you sipping wine from my Nike high top? Me embarrassed by your audacity? Those were the days. Whatever happened to us, Rob? You tell me!
Nope. Thank you. I gotta tell you, this whole sexual harassment thing has been blown, if you pardon the expression, it's been blown way out of proportion. Well, some people have no sense of humor. It's just a matter of attitude. There's always a few negative Nellies who have to ruin it.
Bob, this is your general manager.
Good morning, Miss Brom.
That's Jackie. Could you come in here ASAP?
Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Should I bring my pad?
Oh, you won't be needing it. On second thought, why don't you bring that big dictation pad, sugar, and hurry?
As I was saying, sexual harassment. I don't think it exists. I mean, really, the very idea of having to go...
Where are you?
Well, I was just trying to finish up my little comments.
What are you wearing, Bobby?
Well, I really don't see where that's any,
Are you wearing the slacks I bought you?
Well, wrong size, they were a little snug.
Exactly.
All these interruptions are so disconcerting. I'm just trying to do my job.
Stud puppy, how's the old hammer hanging?
I beg your pardon?
I'm getting impatient.
Oh, be there in a minute. Sexual harassment. Maybe there is something to this after all.
Bobby, I almost forgot. Are you wearing underwear today?
Well, I mean no disrespect, Miss Brum.
Jackie.
But I really don't think that's an appropriate question for the workplace.
Bob, I don't pay you to think. Now, if you value your position here, and I like it on the top, I strongly suggest you get your silly little buns in here pronto.
Gotta go. That's my opinion, and if you don't like it... This one's the hardest. What can I say about Earl Scheib? Painter, an artist who never compromised his integrity. I remember as kids, he was always in trouble for vandalism, spray painting the neighbors' cars. But he had a vision. Paint any car, any color, for $29.95. I remember when he went through his blue period. No matter what color you specified, it came back blue. I could go on and on about the contributions that Earl Scheib made to the art world, but I think the best tribute of all would be from someone carrying on his legacy. Let me call one of the Earl Scheib shops. Let's see what happened.
Earl Scheib, I'm speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you? I was inquiring about the Earl Scheib Memorial Special.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have one right now?
Okay, we got $189.95 and $279.95.
Don't you have the $119.95 anymore?
Yeah, we got $119.95 too.
Okay, that's the one that fascinates me. And now with the passing of Earl Scheib, I was wondering if you were still going to continue with the same philosophy.
Yeah. The business still run.
Okay, because he was, I think, considered one of the most prolific painters of all time.
Yeah.
Now, how would the Earl Scheib, how has he touched you personally, sir, working for the organization?
No, I don't know anything about that.
No.
Yeah, I never see Shaib either.
Did you ever meet Earl Scheib?
I work here for 3 years. I never see Shaib.
How many cars do you think you paint per day?
How many cars you paint per day?
Yeah.
Probably paint like 7. It depends how many cars you get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We can paint.
So you only paint the cars that you get?
Yeah. If you get like a 10 car, you know, we can paint 10 cars a day. If you get like a 7 car, you can paint 7 cars a day.
So if you could get like 6 cars, then you would paint 6 cars?
Car a day too. That's easy to do it.
I see the reasoning there.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. A moving tribute, Earl. You gave us so much. Now you finally painted yourself in a corner you can't get out of. Catch you later, babe. Hi, it's me again. Bob, no. I just wanted to see, how do you like the tape so far? Huh? How do you like it? If you do like it, press pound. If you don't, I don't want to know. Coming up, I remember when the Queen came over here, and she was going to do some horseback riding in Lexington, and I tried to book her and her entire entourage at a Best Western there. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Did they tell you the reason I was calling? We're having a last-minute change in schedule.
For the Queen, is that true?
Yes, and her entire entourage. Do you have many bellhops, first off, sir?
Yes, we do. We have 5 on the staff.
5, because we have quite a bit of luggage. We're talking about 1 to 6 tons of luggage.
1 to 6 tons?
Yes. Would you offer a group rate?
Yes, we would. That would really depend on what day you were looking at, sir.
Okay. Talking about May 23rd to the 26th.
Okay.
Can I give you like a checklist what we would need for our purposes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first, can you convert pounds to American dollars? And
yes, we can.
Double bed for a mattress, something not very noisy.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about for the Queen herself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Cinemax?
No, we do not.
Portable bar, Diet Coke, vermouth, and there's large freezer Snickers. Rubbing alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have access, this sounds kind of unusual, to a 24-hour access to a Dairy Queen?
The only Dairy Queen that I know of is not open 24 hours.
Okay. Lava soap?
We can get it.
And a small trampoline.
Okay.
She's kind of a fitness nut.
All right. Let me... Who am I speaking with, sir?
Robert Produce.
Okay, sir. Could you hold 1 second? Let me see if I can squeeze some rooms out. We're looking pretty close to being sold out, but I'd like to see what I can do before I go any further with you. Okay?
Thank you.
Sir?
Yes.
Sorry to keep on hold so long. Are you, excuse me, are you aware that the British Embassy and the Royal Air Force have rooms set aside already?
Yes, I said there's been some changes, and this is en route.
Okay, this is in regard to the Queen not staying at the Farishes?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, at this point...
Also, I think it has something to do with Nelson being in town.
Well, the babes are here, and they're ready to be sworn in as official Bob's babes.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I think already there's something going on.
They're plotting
whispering among each other.
Here.
Oh, please, don't depants me.
Are you ready for the swearing in, Bob?
Yes, I is.
All right. It is Bob's Little Comments being brought to you by, as always, and I'm sure they're pleased as punch, Northgate Mall.
Thank y'all. I'm excited. I feel like Barney swearing in the deputies of Floyd and Gomer. Now, babes.
Like burning it.
Thank you. Now, babes, I hope you realize just how lucky you are being a Bob's babe. It's an honor bestowed on only a chosen few based on the number of entries. As a Bob's babe, you'll be envied, mobbed, living out of suitcases, prisoners of limos, hounded by the likes of Leno, Donahue, and Arsenio. There'll be imitators. People the world over will be watching you, looking up to you. You won't know who to trust. Do they like me for me or because I'm a Bob's babe? Just wanted to know what you're in for. Okay, I'll raise your right hand, please. Okay.
Anything for you, Bob.
Thank you. Place this on the book. As a Bob's babe, repeat after me. As a Bob's babe, I promise.
I promise, babe, I promise.
To protect the honor and uphold the dignity of Bob.
To protect the honor and uphold the dignity of Bob.
At all times. To always be there for Bob.
To always be there for Bob.
Day or night.
Day or night.
To be at Bob's beck and call.
To be at Bob's beck and call.
To be willing, make that eager.
To be willing, make that eager.
To satisfy Bob's every desire, no matter how deviant.
To satisfy Bob's every desire, no matter how deviant.
To fulfill his every whim.
You fill us everywhere.
For example, Bob's an avid fan of Jello wrestling.
For example, Bob's an avid fan of Jello wrestling.
Okay, now, do you solemnly swear to act in a manner befitting a Bob's babe at all times? You don't have to repeat that, yes or no?
Anything for you, Bob.
Okay. That means no visible panty line. Do you solemnly swear to act like the Secret Service at the first sign of threat or danger to shield Bob, to wrestle Bob to the ground and throw yourself on Bob, and when there's no apparent danger, at Bob's request, do you promise to wrestle Bob to the ground and throw yourself on him? Now, repeat after me. I promise to honor Bob.
I promise to honor Bob.
With a nightly massage and sponge bath.
With a nightly massage and sponge bath.
A hot oil rub.
A hot oil rub.
50 jumping jacks.
50 jumping jacks.
And a good sound spanking.
Good sound spanking.
Do you promise to love, honor, and obey Bob till death? Let me make that till Bob doesn't want you to anymore. I now pronounce you a Bob's babe. Don't abuse the power. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1992 Bob's Babes.
I'm touched.
Thank you.
Congratulations, lady.
Hi, hello, little bikers.
Hey! Biker Bob. Biker Bob.
Are you little bikers ready for one of Biker Bob's special stories?
Oh, another one of your stupid stories.
What?
I hope it's better than the last one, Biker Bob.
They love me. Well, once upon a time, there was a mean old biker gang called the Bears. Well, back then, Biker Bob had a thick, full head of long, golden hair. Any of you guess what the other bikers called him?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, no. It wasn't Goldilocks.
Sissy boy?
Sissy boy? Well, close enough. Anyway, one day, the Bears were sitting around having a few beers, and one of them says, "Mine's too warm." Well, the rest chimed in with a hearty "me too." So they stuck the beers in the freezer and went for a walk. Actually, they walked into town to do a little plundering and pillaging, to tease the women, all the kind of things that bikers do in town, you know?
That was I was gonna say.
All right, kid. Well, anyway, about that time, along comes Biker Bob. He'd run out of gas right at their hideout. It didn't take Biker Bob long to find the beers, and even though they were still warm, he downed them all. Then he started on their bikes. The first one was too big. It got away from Biker Bob, took him right in a tree. The second one was much too much for Biker Bob, too. Threw him over the handlebar. Well, the last one, the teeny tiny bike, was just the right speed for Biker Bob. But with all those beers and shots to the head, he drifted off. Well, Biker Bob was out cold. The Bears came back, found Biker Bob, and were sore as all get out.
Was Biker Bob scared?
Well, no. He came awake fast with a loaded .45 and blew them all away.
What a crummy ending. You disappoint me, Biker Bob. Get out of here, Biker Bob.
Thank you. Till next week, little bikers. Face front and keep your mouths closed. This is Biker Bob saying bye-bye. Thank you. And happy Elvis Week. I've been celebrating with a different jumpsuit every day. I've been stuffing myself with jelly. Wait, I can't do this. I mean, this is just the kind of cruel, tacky, jelly-filled, rhinestone, glow-in-the-dark, bursting at the seams Elvis bashing we're fighting to change. That's not the Elvis I knew. That's not my Elvis. And he wasn't the leering, hip-shaking, sideburn leather Elvis either. The Elvis I knew was nothing like the perceived persona. When we first met, Elvis was driving a truck. He backed over me.
Sorry about that, man.
Then we were in the military together, served under Colonel Parker. I suggested we all go in together in a Colonel Parker fried chicken franchise, but it was an idea ahead of its time. Speaking of that, at Graceland, I was always high, coming up with little experiments like something I like to call peanut butter and nana sandwiches. And Elvis, he was always nagging me.
What you putting all that junk in your system for, Bobby? Why don't you have some greens or some fruit or a salad or something, man? You are what you eat. Your body's a temple, Bobby. Don't forget that, man.
I remember one time Elvis wanted to decorate. He picked out some soft earth tone, subtle yet warm. I took him aside and said, "Elvis, just want to say 2 words to you. Jungle motif." Nice zebras, kid, huh?
That's tacky, man.
Another time, we were watching the boob tube. I was watching a Stooges short. Elvis wanted to watch McNeil Lair, bemoaning the fact he didn't have a remote control. Well, I said, "I got your remote control right here." Pulled out a .45 and squeezed one off.
What'd you do that for, Bobby? I just got that back from the shop, man.
Those were the days. That's my Elvis, and if you don't like it, maybe get your own. You know, I've been told I sound like you. You think so?
No.
I have on the phone my idol, Woody Allen, comic genius, actor, writer, director.
Child molester.
Hey, come on now. I don't want to hear that kind of talk. So you're accused of boinking a 21-year-old.
17.
What?
I'm older than my father. I'm dating a girl wherein I can beat up her father.
You can take Andre. Okay, so it hits a fan when Mia finds these nude photos.
It's depressing, you know. She's going to give all those details out. Not that I have anything to hide, you know. But there are a few disgusting little moments that I regret. Gossip, you know.
I just hate idle gossip. Hey, is there somebody there with you, man?
Sure, I think I'm in love with you.
You were having a great time and all that, but you're a kid, and I never want you to forget that. I want you to enjoy me, my wry sense of humor and astonishing sexual technique, but
What's her name?
never forget.
What about Sony over there? Listen, you can hear what they're saying.
The cops don't burst in. I think we're going to break a couple of records. So get dressed, because I think you got to get out of
You
here.
want me to stay over?
I think he's coming.
He's got a wonderful wife, and he prefers to diddle this little yo-yo.
Jojo. You guys sound so happy, so in love.
I got to get out of that situation. She's a young girl. What am I... it's ridiculous.
I thought, hey, Woody, I got to tell you, man, listen, a lot of people are down on you right now.
Why? I was just expressing a healthy sexual curiosity.
I know, they're so bourgeois. I got to ask you, have there been any others, besides...
Billy and Biff and Scooter and, little Tommy or Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx?
Willie Mays and Louis Armstrong, Marlon Brando, Frank Sinatra.
Man, listen, I heard enough. I got to go.
Would prefer it if you didn't go.
I got it, man. I heard enough. This is sick.
I mean it. I know it looks real bad now, but are you seeing anybody? Are you going with anybody?
What? Man, I'm married.
So, well, you still love me, or it's that one off, or what?
I guess. Yeah, I do. You crazy nut boy. Is somebody at your door?
Hey, Hug, what is this? How about a little action from the kids?
Oh man.
And now it's time for Why Bob for County Coroner.
Oh, there's the phone. Perhaps I should answer it. It could be important. Hello?
Hello, Bob. Why do you think you'd be a good coroner, Bob?
That is a good question.
Thank you.
First, let me tell you a little about my opponent. He's a no-account, lousy, desperate, sleazy, corpse-molesting butthead.
Oh.
Would you trust your dead with him?
Nope. No, sirree, Bob.
Okay.
Bob.
Thank you. Remember, don't be a stiff. Vote for Bob.
Paid for by Friends of Bob. Actually, Bob paid for it himself.
I'm conducting an independent, impartial poll. Who do you think won the presidential debate?
Clinton?
You really think Clinton won that debate, ma'am?
What's the problem?
God. If you really believe that, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Did you see the presidential debate?
No.
Can I ask you a few questions on it anyway?
Speak Spanish, please. Español.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Clinton.
What debate were you watching, ma'am?
Which one? I watched the presidential debate.
And you thought Clinton won that?
I did.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Well, I'm voting for Bush.
You disgust me, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, did you say Clinton?
Yeah.
No way. Hi, I'm conducting an independent, impartial poll on the presidential debate. Did you say the presidential debate, sir? How can you say that?
Who do you think?
Oh, for Christ's sake. What are you wearing right now? I'm conducting an independent, impartial poll on the presidential debate.
Who is this?
Are you nuts?
Are you taking a survey or...
That's an independent, impartial poll, ma'am.
Right.
Let me ask you, what is your IQ?
Let's put it this way. What's yours? I thought it was supposed to be an impartial survey.
It is impartial. What is your problem? You don't know?
No, I really can't give an answer.
Oh, come on. Just say anything.
No, I cannot.
Say something.
I cannot.
Don't make me come over there. I'm putting you down for Perot.
No, I cannot.
I'm doing it.
I said no.
There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Those are your opinions, and if I don't like them, I'll change them. And that's my tape. And if you don't like it, hey, I'm not changing it now. Thank you, and God be with you.